Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, StrangeNet here. The other day I was going to Amarr, and you can see, some of you will know and some of you won't, but basically the route to Amarr is now 45 jumps. It used to be about 12, give or take. And obviously a round trip is 90 jumps, so it takes a good amount of time to go to Amarr and back. So if we have a look and change the ignore security status, we can see we can do it in 11 jumps or 22 jumps around. Now, however, this does take you through one of the low-sec systems, and obviously this system is relatively well camped for obvious reasons that, again, if you do want to go to Amarr and you want to go there quickly, then this is pretty much the only route that you can go. And so in this video I'm going to give you a bit of a rundown of what I did when I jumped into the system. So I've jumped into the system, and initially I can see the flashes, and what I'm doing now is looking through the scanner, seeing if there's anything on scan from the current gate. I can see a few things there. Look through, there's a lot of flashes, so obviously that instantly makes me think, somebody's been being naughty, and the chances are it's probably in line because they're not on this gate. Now I could have used the scanner to track it down, but I pretty much know where they're going to be, so I decide there's nothing, there's no celestial object for me technically to warp to, so I am going to have a little look on a perch. I've gone to one of the citadels, so I can have a better look at the gate, and my suspicions are confirmed. There are a lot of people here on the gate camping it. Now at this time I don't know whether it's smart bombs or whatever it is. Somebody's just come in, foolishly engaged, sentry guns, yada yada yada, so they are definitely shooting at people. So what I have to do decide, can I get through this, is it worth it? So all I'm doing is having a quick look, see who's in system. At the moment I'm 7,000 kilometers away. I'm not really particularly worried. I'm not tethered because it's not a friendly Astra house, but I'm in a fast enough ship. If anything comes towards me I can get away. So again, I have a few moments. I'm starting to align to something so I can get out a little bit quicker, and at this moment I'm thinking, can I just rush it and get through? I'm not massively tanked. I've got 2 extenders on and a damage control, so it's a possibility, but yeah, do I want to really risk it? Now obviously I have 2 options. I can go back from where, oh, and here we are, someone's just walked in. So I'm having a quick look, see what is going on, and do they make it, do they not? No, nothing really happens. So the options I've got is I can go back to where I've just come from and I can do the 45 jumps around, which isn't particularly appealing. Or I can sit and wait. I'm just checking through my my overview options here, and again, it's one of them moments of I can't really be bothered to go all the way around. I'm not actually carrying anything, so again I'm struggling with, should I just go for it? So all I'm doing at the moment, so say I'm keeping aligned, I'm keeping an eye on the situation, just trying to, so say, get an idea of what it is that I'm going to do. And you can see me messing around and just taking a bit of time, and it's one of these things you don't want to rush necessarily. But you know, I've got nothing to rush for. I've got plenty of time. I just want to assess the situation and see what it is that I want to be doing and make the best call that I can at the time. Now, you're not always going to make the best calls, but again, you know, don't panic and don't rush. Nothing's coming after me. I can sit here quite happily. You know, they're doing their own thing. I've checked a few of the character sheets to see who they are. And oh, here we go, another person walked in. I think this guy dies. So at the moment I'm thinking, well, are they smart bombing or are they not? You know, are they just camping? Are they is it a smart bomb gate or is it a an insta-lock gate? And that's my current question. Then I look through it, and there's a lot of people that have been caught, and again, I can't see any smart bombs going off, but again, it's one of them moments of, is it worth risking? Just because I haven't seen them going off yet doesn't mean that they don't have them. Now, ordinarily, what you can do is you can walk behind an object. So if the two gates are in line with one another, so you've got gate 1 at point A and gate 2 at point B, obviously they're in a straight line, and generally people will know that obviously to get from one gate you have to come to the other, and it'll be a straight line, and that they can basically just set up their smart bombs in front of it. Now what you want to be doing is bouncing off a celestial, but we can see here there really isn't anything behind this gate that I can warp to and then come back to, because then I would be on the other side of the gate and the other side of the attackers, therefore I wouldn't be. So we've got warp scramblers there, which obviously I believe they're looking for catching people coming through the gate. So I've decided that this anomaly here is far enough behind them, and that I'm going to go warp off to somewhere else, and then I'm going to come back to it. And we can see here I'm just looking through the scanner to try and it's far enough behind, but it's not. So here we go, but it is off to a slight angle, and again, you know, this depends whether they're smart bombing or not. So we're warping back to the anomaly here. Check my name to make sure that it's not anything retarded like my own name. And as we come out of warp, I'm now going to just warp straight to the gate. So I am in a fast ship. I'm not worried about being locked. Again, there's no bubbles in low sec, so that's not a problem. Now, obviously, warping in. And you can see there, they're all on the other side of the gate to me. And if they were smart bombing, that gives me a chance to get out. There's no one on that side of the gate. And that's an easy way of getting out of a gate camp that could have potentially have been an issue and a problem. And then obviously it's back to jitter, back to home, where I'm doing all the stuff that I do. So again, not a great example, because I don't 100% know if they were smart bombing or not, but again, I wasn't willing to take that risk. It's a possibility they were just catching people coming through, but the fact that they're all on one side of the gate also leads me to believe that they probably were smart bombing. And again, it's an easy way of, or it's a potential counter now. Some gate camps will obviously think about people bouncing off celestial objects and coming back to the gates at different angles, and will set up accordingly to try and catch you, because again, it's not anything new or out of the ordinary. You know, people have been doing this for a long time, but if you're not aware of it and have never seen it before or never thought about it, then it's a way of trying to avoid being smart bombed, because obviously in high sec or low sec it's quite hard generally to get caught if you're in a fast ship, but if you do get smart bombed, you can't really avoid being smart bombed if you're coming from gate to gate. And if you do run into a decent smart bombing camp, then the chances are that you are going to be destroyed. And again, I might do a few other videos on these kind of things, because again, I made the video Is Eve Too Safe a couple of months ago and got some very interesting feedback. And you know, for someone who is relatively experienced, then yeah, Eve I think is very, very safe and very hard, very easy to avoid unnecessary destruction. Whereas if you are relatively new and don't know what you're doing, then you know, by the comments, people are being blown up all the time. So you know, it's just knowing these little tricks and tips. And again, I might do a few more videos highlighting some of the other ways that you can obviously avoid being ganked or destroyed in various ways. And I think that's about it for this video, folks. I hope that was enjoyable. I hope that was helpful. And yeah, leave some comments. And I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for your time. Thanks for listening. And talk to you again soon.